Hey, welcome back. Today I'm going to run you through a quick little drugstore starter kit video. So I have basically put together a little kit of products you can pick up at the drugstore that you can create a full face, just everyday natural makeup look with, including brushes. This is, I don't know if I've ever done a starter kit video on my channel, so let me know if this is something you would like to see more of. But I thought it would be good to just start out with the basics, just something that's quick and fast and that everyone can achieve. So the brush that I'm going to be working with is the Real Techniques Essential, I think it's called Everyday Essentials brush set. It's got everything. You can create a full face look with this set. I think it's a great investment. It's only between $15 to $20 depending on where you live and which drugstore you get it from. Mine was $15 at Ulta. I just went ahead and picked up a new one so I could show you guys what the current packaging looks like. So I'm going to be working with it, and to start out with, for my primer, I just use my moisturizer. I don't really use high-end primers, and I don't really use drugstore primers. I think primer is just such a particular product. It really just depends on your skin type. So whatever skin type you have, use whatever primer you prefer or moisturizer. So we're just gonna get into the base. So one of my favorite products for an everyday wear from the drugstore is the Neutrogena Hydroboost Hydrating Tint. I really like using lighter coverage products, especially if I were starting out my collection and I had to pick a base product. I would definitely go with something that was more on the light medium side, because you can always bump up the coverage with your concealer. So this is one I really like from the drugstore, mainly because I have normal to dry skin, and it just has a great natural finish to it. It's supposed to have hyaluronic acid in it, and it feels really lightweight on the skin. I really just love how natural and healthy it looks. I also like the dofa applicator that it comes with, and I think that it's very user-friendly. So I think I'm going to use the Expert Face Brush out of this set, just because this is a lighter coverage product, and I do want to get the maximum coverage out of it. But I think it looks so radiant and healthy on the skin. Most of you know I've talked about this product for several years now. The Expert Face Brush is also a really great multi-use brush. You can use this to blend in your foundation, your concealer, if you have cream bronzers, cream blushes. Basically every brush in this Real Techniques set can be used for multiple things, and that's why I think it is such a good, just kind of essential for anyone to really have in their makeup collection. Okay, so like I said, the reason I like going with a lighter base is because you can always bump up the coverage with your concealer. And the one that I have just really been enjoying, which I'm surprised by, is the Loreal Infallible Wear Full Wear Concealer. Definitely a dupe for Tarte Shape Tape. It's on the fuller coverage side, but what I like to do is just use a little bit on the back of my hand, and if you use it sparingly, then I think it gives a nice, beautiful, natural finish. Obviously, it can be built up to pretty full coverage, and you can either use the Real Techniques sponge or the deluxe crease brush that comes in this little set here. I'm just going to use the sponge today, and I've just got a little bit on the back of my hand. I'm just going to take the pointed end, and I'm really just going to use a little bit on my under eye area. So after just applying that little bit of concealer, you really can't even tell that I'm wearing more of a tinted moisturizer product. That's why I like kind of mixing full coverage with light coverage. You can easily manipulate and kind of adjust to the coverage level that you want. So let's move into powder. I'm going to use the blush brush that comes in the Everyday Essentials kit. I've been using this brush for years. It is one of the most multi-purpose brushes just ever, in my opinion. You can use this for any type of powder. I'm actually going to use it with my face powder today, and this is the Physicians Formula Healthy Powder. There's not one powder at the drugstore that I like other than this one. So really, for any kind of drugstore starter kit, this is one that I would recommend looking into. You can also use it as a really light coverage powder foundation, and it has SPF 15 in it. It's just a really great finely milled powder. It doesn't look talky. That's the problem that I have with a lot of drugstore powders. I just find that they end up looking talky and kind of chalky on my skin. This one does not. I'm going to throw on a little bit of bronzer. This is a really unique one that I've discovered from Flower Beauty, and it is the Heatwave Luminous Bronzer. Now, when you look at it in the pan, this shocked a lot of people when I used this on camera in a few videos back. It looks gray. It looks straight up gray in the actual pan. But when you apply it, it turns into the most neutral and perfect bronzer. It's not too gray and it's not too warm. It just kind of has the perfect undertone to it. I'm really impressed with this bronzer. I've been using it for a couple of months now, and I just love the color of it. It also comes in a little bit of a deeper shade, but if you are on the light medium side, this shade is called Sunrise, and I just think it's a really good neutral bronzer color. So L'Oreal came out with these cream blushes pretty recently, I think. They're the Infallible Longwear Shaping Stick blushes. This one's in the shade 45 Sexy Flush. It's a very light baby pink. This is only going to work for those of you who do have fair to about light medium skin tones. They had one other shade above this that was a little bit deeper and more of a coral, but that one I would still say I wish they would expand on these, because I do like the formula. They're very silky, and I find that they do stay on the skin really well, but I'd like to see more shades, because I think the two that they have are definitely just a little too limited. Revlon also makes a couple of cream blushes too that I've used that have more of a luminous finish to them, but overall, I really like the formula of the Infallible ones, because the Infallible line in general from L'Oreal is just very long wearing. But I'm just going to use the setting brush. Really love this brush for detailed application, for highlighter, for blush. Obviously, you can use it to set the under eye area as well. But for targeted application, this is a really good one that comes in the set. I love this highlighter. It's the Neutrogena Hydroboost Illuminator. Again, I'm just a big fan of the Hydroboost line in general from Neutrogena. I think it's very healthy looking, it's very fresh, and just something about it. I just really like their products from that line. So this is their highlighter. It's in the shade Moonstone. It's just a nice kind of opalescent color. And again, I'm going to use that same brush. It's not glittery, it's not chunky, it's pretty subtle, but you can obviously tell that you have a little bit of something on. It just brings kind of like this youthful glow to the skin. I do not have a good drugstore brow product recommendation. If you have one, you can list it down below. I've tried basically all of the skinny brow pencils from the drugstore. I'm just not a brow pencil kind of gal, but if you are, L'Oreal makes a good one, NYX makes a good one, but I prefer something that is more on either the powder side or something that I can control a little bit better, like the Glossier Brow Flicks. So I do have a brow gel recommendation. I've been using this one for years. It's just as good as any high-end brow gel, and it's NYX Control Freak Brow Gel. And it's just a clear brow gel. I'm going to run a little bit through my brows. I did add some brow flick to my brows earlier, but I'm just going to top everything off with this. This holds your brows in place all day, and it lasts forever. Some of you all will be shocked that I'm not going to be using cream eyeshadows for this look. I really wanted to show you the versatility of just owning a kohl eye pencil. I like to use dark brown. If you are deeper in skin tone than me, having a charcoal or a black is fine too, but just having a kohl. And what I mean by an eye kohl is basically an eyeliner that you can sharpen. These are easier to manipulate, and they can really just create a nice soft hazy definition. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take, this is a NYX, just a NYX eyeliner. It's the eye pencil. It's literally called eye pencil. It's in dark brown, and I'm just going to tight line my eyes with that. And then I'm going to take it across my lash line. You don't have to be precise with this because we are just going to kind of smudge it out. So just have a little bit going through my lash line. And now I'm going to take that deluxe crease brush that comes in the Essentials kit, and I'm just going to start smudging that out. Not only does that create definition along your lash line, it just really leaves this soft kind of hazy finish that almost looks like you have eyeshadow on, leading up to your actual eyelid. And you can build this up. You can wear it as light as what I have on right here. I'm actually going to build mine up, I think, quite a bit. But you can go like full on smoky. All you have to do is just kind of keep building this color up and smudging it out. So no eyeshadow required at all, but we still have some soft, hazy, natural definition. Once you get the hang of your eye shape and just kind of how to blend the pencil out, it will probably be like your go-to everyday, just fast morning look. I'm going to pop on a little bit of mascara. I love the Covergirl Exhibitionist mascara. This is like one of the best mascaras I have ever just tried in general, not just from the drugstore. It's very voluminous and lengthening, which I find is hard to find. But yeah, this is a really good one to check out. Okay, and to finish this off, I'm going to use my Burt's Bees Lip Shimmer. I've talked about these in previous videos, but I think what's more natural than a tinted lip balm? I know that these are just a little 80s because they do have a bit of a shimmery finish, but I find that it's a flattering shimmery finish. It's just, I don't know. I like them. Judge me. Okay, very fast, very practical kind of starter kit. I just wanted to round up some of my favorites to share with you all that you can pick up at the drugstore if you need to kind of reboot your collection for a fast, just quick, natural, everyday look. These are definitely some of my just personal favorite drugstore staples, and I don't know, I just really like this look. I think it's very healthy, very youthful, and very practical for everyone to achieve. So I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions for me, feel free to leave them down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.